What a great rally. What a great rally. We're here in Pennsylvania, home of steel, and we love steel. We love steel, don't we, folks? And we love aluminum and the aluminum foil. We use it to wrap up the leftovers, and we love the leftovers. And we're gonna put the foil in the microwave. They say you can't do that, but they also said I couldn't win. I'm the human equivalent of putting aluminum foil in the microwave. So many sparks. So many sparks.
That was a clip from Comedy Central's The President Show, and joining us now is the creator and the star who you just saw there of the series, one of the best Trump impersonators working today, Anthony ATAMANUIK. He's also the author of the new book, American Tantrum, the Donald J. Trump Presidential Archives. Anthony, good to see you, man.
It's great to see you.
How long have you been doing Trump?
August 27th of 2015.
And did you know you had that? Had people said you could probably do a good Trump?
Well, that night I'm an improviser, so I work at the Upright Citizens Brigade, and I was improvising, and someone said, Mr. President. He had announced 2 months prior, so I thought, well, this will be funny. I'll try out Trump. And I did him, and I wrote a one-person show, which came true because it was a press conference after he won on March 17th, 2017. And we toured, my friend James Adomian and I, playing Trump and Bernie in a debate that did 40 cities internationally and nationally, and then I had to learn how to be him.
So what's the key to doing a good Trump? Alec Baldwin does it. There are a few people who do it. Jimmy does it upstairs.
Yes, he does.
What's the key to a good Trump?
I think the key to a good Trump physically is to have no center of gravity, to keep your arms up and moving and waving all the time, and always pivot. When you turn, you crane like an animal, kind of.
Like a neck injury.
So right after this rally, how about we have a telethon? I don't know. Should we do it? Should we do it?
Mentally abandon all morality, logic, and any sense of order, and then you can do his thought process very easily.
Well, first of all, Willie, let's drop one of the best impersonators. I mean, I thought it was Trump when the clip started playing, okay?
Everyone knows the press is terrible people, the worst people. That's why I'm trying to change libel laws to make it easier to sue the crooked media. But the lawyers are saying that it's impossible. So executive order. The First Amendment is now the last amendment. And the Second Amendment is promoted to the First Amendment. From now on, you have to say something with a gun.
I want to ask you, how many hours were you forced to watch Trump in order to start mimicking his...
On the road, I literally watched every rally of his from September on. Every rally. And partly because they were bizarrely entertaining. They were almost, it was like watching Jonestown just play out over a year. Without the end so far.
So let's talk about the book, American Tantrum, the Donald J. Trump Presidential Archives. What do we find when we open this up?
This is, well, we actually, I wrote this book with my friend Neil Casey before the Michael Wolff book came out. And the notion is it's the journey of this character, Kelsey Nelson, who met Trump at some point at a golf party, and he's there to interview the president. And so there's a through line of Kelsey's sort of journey with the president, and then transcript after transcript, interviews, phone calls. We have excerpts from Steve Bannon's like fantasy fiction novels, basically like Dan Brown occult novels, but sort of more steeped in white supremacy. So we have a variety of materials like General Kelly's instructions for the president. We did that like Washington's manners and rules piece that he did. So it's sort of a tribute to Americana. It's 50% National Lampoon and 50% Thomas Paine's Common Sense.
What do you figure the number of people in the United States of America who might pick this book up, start reading it, and think it's nonfiction?
I think a lot of people. We capture him. My good friend Howard Fineman told me that there were things in here that he's heard him say. And in addition, when the SARS reports, all the reports about the suspicious activities and his father's money being poured in, that's like a series in here that we wrote like 10 months ago. We've been predicting both with the show and the book forever. I mean, we predicted the kids' separation in families on the show almost a year before it happened. So.
I love the different versions of Trump you have. If you don't mind walking us through them. Okay. Casual Trump?
Casual Trump.
What's casual Trump?
Casual Trump is sort of, you know when he was dancing at the church? and he was sort of like he was in Fleetwood Mac, and he was sort of flowing back. So casual Trump is breezy, sort of light, a little effeminate almost. Casual Trump walks with the umbrella while his wife is walking uncovered. And he's a breezy guy who doesn't really care. He's the one who says, who cares about the Elizabeth Warren DNA test, which also, being from Massachusetts, you're like, is that Dukakis in the tank?
No, I have no. Who cares? Hey, the lawn's pearly white.
Are you singing the national anthem to avoid answering the question?
What so loudly we will, and the ramparts ramparting.
Do you not know the word?
Quiet, honey. If words mattered, I wouldn't be president right now.
Anyway.
Okay, so that's casual Trump. What about rally Trump?
Ooh, rally Trump is, you know, that's where he's sort of the medicine man. He's sweaty. He's more Louis Armstrong. He gets in there like this and he belts more, you know. And he is a call and response. This is where he's telling the story to his followers. I think people don't understand how important the rallies are in galvanizing the support, because the rallies are the story that the people who support him follow, that they're a part of his story. We, I will say, fundamentally misunderstand what's happening in this country. I'll say that.
And who's going to pay for the wall? Who's going to pay for the wall? Who's going to pay for the wall? They won't even let me build the wall. Mexico won't pay for it. Congress won't pay for it. The military won't even pay for it. So I guess I'm just going to give up and make you pay for it. Doesn't that sound nice?
Last one is Prompter Trump, where he kind of keeps it low.
Oh, Prompter Trump is like a grandmother reading Goodnight Moon, right? Because you can see, my favorite thing about that is it's like one of Steve Bannon's, like, you know, Dungeons and Dragons style speeches that he's written. That's like this, you know, florid thing, and he stands like this, sits like this, and he goes. And he always, watch him, he so hates the prompter and he huffs and then turns and looks at the next one, and he could barely spit the words out.
And it's so clear when he dips into the ad lib and then he has to go back to the prompter. It's two different things.
Well, because he's talking to, he hasn't read the speech, I can almost guarantee you. And so he's commenting, he's doing the notes while he's reading it.
This is a chance for all Americans to set aside our differences, no matter which side of the aisle you're on. From the obstructionist, freedom-stealing Democrats to the un-American, witch-hunting Democrats. We can't politicize our politics, somber.
The book is American Tantrum, the Donald J. Trump Presidential Archives. Anthony, thanks so much. Congrats on the book.
I'm a huge fan of the show, I got to tell you guys.
And you got a whole Massachusetts thing going on here.
Oh, my God, forget it.
I'll get out of the way.
I'll see you at the New Bridge.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back with more Morning Joe.